was a gun.
I'm not voting.
If we want to build our nation.
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move
Can't be like a horse with blinkers.
Honestly say, I was about to have sex and then I pulled
crap,
up.
but it's nice.
My name is Perpetuated Sikota. I'm a student at CPUT, Mobile Campus. I'm a third-year student in education. I stay in St. Peter's Observatory. I'm St. Peter's residence. I'm from Rampant.
Hi, I'm Naledi Njavane. I'm a student at CPUT. I'm a fourth-year student doing teaching, and I live in Fishhook.
I'm Marvin. I'm a third-year student at CPUT studying education, and I'm specializing in CAT and economics.
Hi, I'm Zandile. I'm from Ekailicha. I'm doing fourth-year teaching CPUT Mobile Campus.
Hi, I'm Nolwe Tupusakwe. I'm doing fourth-year education foundation phase. I live in Westlake, Etukai.
Hello, my name is Olwe Tumangai. I'm doing fourth year education. I stay off campus at Crossroads.
The lectures here, it's either Afrikaans or what, and there's a lot of, even if you're doing your assignment, you will be judged by the language that you use, how you use it. Even if the assignment is not about language.
Let alone the intellectual.
You understand? Yes, they don't look at those things. That's why I'm here now for the extra 2 years. Because there's just this one lecture that you have to repeat before you move. You have to repeat before you move. And our foundation phase, all white people, they pass.
They know.
It doesn't matter what they produce, what kind of assignment, what kind of test they pass, they move. That's how we are. That's how foundation phase is. And that thing depresses you, it kills you, but you cannot do anything because you'll go to Umda, what is she gonna do?
Exactly.
You understand?
Now, I for one, I'm doing intermediate phase, which is grade 4 to 6. I for one in my phase, there's like we lectures, there is not much of racial issues and stuff, but it is within us students.
Definitely,
especially with colored people. Colored people always tend to think they're better than us. Whereas when you look, you're like, you're from Mitchell's Plain, bro. I'm from Kraaifontein. That's more or less the same thing. You live around shooting every day. You understand? But colored people will always think they're better than us. Where you find a white student is better than a colored person. Like a white student would come and assist you by, Rimbo, do you need this? Do you need that? Even if we have to do a group work, you go to colored people, they'll be like, Nia, what do you mean, guys? I mean, like, you only 4, we have to be 5. Now, and
if you have to go to a class you will see blacks are sitting there, colors are sitting there. It's just how it is. It's just how it is.
You see what you're talking about, now? When we first started education this year, our lecturer actually noted that out, and he was like, why is that all the black kids or the black learners, students, are at the back and everyone who is colored or white in front? And people, like, it's just something that we always did mentally without actually like thinking of it. But then the thing is, like, one person was like, because we feel comfortable, or because they are white, they can sit there. And then I feel like that's another mistake that we always do as black people, is to
feel inferior.
No, is to refer to colored people as white or as umlungu, which is something that it's totally rubbish. It's not true.
The thing is, it's how I would say it's how they portray themselves from the outside, or how they I don't know how to put it. But these kids, guys, even on our WhatsApp groups, fight all the time. And then the fight starts with them, not with us. Exactly. And then sometimes they will even insult
the lecturers. But you do know why I think CPUT has white lecturers, it has colored lecturers, it has black lecturers. In most, you can attest that it's not the necessarily African or black lecturers. Then the problem that I had with one particular class is that we had this black academic of a lecturer who is a doctor. Then the white and the colored learners doubt the intellectual capability of the black lecturer who is a doctor. Listen, then they say whatever they say, and us, when we stand up to it, then we'll be asked the questions. Are you saying this because I'm white or because I'm colored? If you're going to doubt the intellectual capability of a person who studied that amount of years, then that means your mentality is broken. You can't come with that mentality. And then if we'll have a problem where we feel like we're being prejudiced because we're black, we'll complain to the lecturer and the lecturer will listen. Obviously, because this is a colored lecturer and all the colored kids have passed, us black kids, we failed. Never mind that you don't see a problem. I can accept that you don't find the injustice that has been done to me, but the reason when we raise it up and you stand up and you leave the class because when you're at a position of privilege is very problematic, then we find those little things are the things that bring us to the fights that we particularly get into. And it's not even racist lines because then it's something else. I'm really sick of school and university.
Like an issue of teaching practice whereby we are assigned to different schools. What I've picked up is, Tina, we can be assigned to a colored school. The TPUT coordinator won't see a problem. But why is it not that white kids are taken to the township? Because they say as teachers we should experience both sides. We understand? But I don't see that happening because I would be taken from here and I would be assigned to Mitchell's Plain. You understand? Whereby I stand in front and the kids are making a noise. They're speaking Afrikaans, knowing very well, but I don't understand Afrikaans. We understand? Tina, we go to schools where we get to meet abandoned by 62 a class in. We understand? There's not enough chairs. Like, you have to find a mat as a teacher to accommodate the others. You find white kids. They go to Rustenburg girls, and all that, where you get 24 learners. Why is it not that Bona, they're also taken to the other side of life, which is the township, and not we should be brought to the other side? You understand?
Last year when, because we were told that we have to go to multiracial schools. So, okay, it's fine. We'll be assigned to those schools. We'll go to the colored schools or the white schools. But then white people also must go to black schools. Someone must go to black schools also. They said, no, we are not safe. We can never go there. It's not safe. Are we safe in the colored areas? That's what we asked. Are we safe? Exactly.
They're shooting every day in Mitchell's Plain. Seriously, guys.
I'm glad that I don't stay in Mitchell's Plain though.
And they privilege enough white kids because they drive to school.
Yes.
When you have to stand there and take a taxi, you have to take a train. You can catch a shooting whenever, Moswena. You're not safe. We are not safe. Bona, they are more than safe. Like, they so fail, Bona.
I do know about racism amongst students. I do know about that. But within our phase, there's not much racism in terms of like coming from the lecturer side. Like, the only racism that's in our class, we are 3A. So there's 2 white females in the class. That's the only white people that we have. And then they just mix in with the coloreds, like they're just one of the coloreds. But at this very moment, there are 2 separate groups on WhatsApp. There is the original group that we created in first year, that was the One Voice group. Now it's the One Voice group and there's the graduates group. So the graduates group is only for the coloreds and the whites, and the One Voice is for the black students.
That is what happened.
That is how it is. That is how it is.
We have people who have CPUT information. They get information first, even before us in our group. even the admins guys of these WhatsApp groups. Some of them, they're white students, like Ibosana. There's not even a black student that. So it's not like you'll get paid most of this thing of WhatsApp, but you won't get paid. But then he or she's the first person to get no information. So injal, but they're correct.
I feel like it also comes along with the racial lines because the lecturer is going to be colored white.
Yeah.
And he's going to resonate more with the colored students, even though they don't say it, but in hushed tones. You know, if you're in class, Marvin's going to be called first, who and who is going, and then, who are you again? Umbani. So obviously, all the colored kids and the white kids are going to have a particular relationship with the lecturer. It happens all the time. And then they get the scope and they don't share it in the other black group. They forget about the black group.
Yes,
they put it
exactly
in
like that.
And then
everyone else.
In first year for business management, we had a lecturer, Ms. Nongalaza. And right enough, at first everyone was a bit skeptic because literally just what you said about judging to that's a doctor. So they were like, no, but what if she speaks Usa during class, and then what? And so the one girl was like, no, but then I'm going to raise my hand and I'm going to tell you, you cannot speak like that because we don't understand. But then it takes me back to when we're sitting like maybe with a colored lecturer, and
that's what happened.
he or she explains it in Afrikaans.
Most of the times, we're asking because we're doing FAL with Uniki, which is for us blacks, FAL can be English. Good, we teach abantwana in Xhosa, then FAL the first additional language becomes English. Then we English, yes, vice versa. So in class, Tina, sometimes she just speaks Afrikaans. Point blank.
That's unfair.
Point blank. And then even if you stop her, she's not going to listen to you. Who are you?
That's why you have to speak Xhosa.
Who are you? With who? Because we need the information from her.
You must ask her
You're the one who needs information, so you cannot say. Yes, there's a line that lecturers like to use. Never get into a fight with a lecturer.
Yes.
That's a line they always use. And now, even if the lecturer is wrong, you will always feel that I'm bound to bow down because I need this degree. He or she doesn't need it. So that's just it.
Because you will go and report this thing, and then if this thing doesn't go up,
So some lecturers don't even know you, but if the name of Zandile comes up, you are Suka Lowo. They've never even seen you. They haven't seen you. And when you ask him, sorry, doctor, professor, what have I done to you? And they'll be like, who are you? I'm Zandile. Then, okay. And they'll be like, the Zandile. He or she knows you by name.
Oh, those stuff from politics when they talk about us.
You know what happened, guys? Anita, I'm an intern in this private school. Yes, I'm getting some. But it was yesterday, when I was having just a chat with a child. And this child was like, you look like my nanny. You brown people. You brown people, you look the same. You sound the same. I'm like, you peach people. What was I supposed to say? Peach. I was like, you peach people. I've never seen a brown people with a sunny hair. I thought it peach, guys. No, peach, guys. Peach, no. I will never do that. But like, I was like, Lomdana.
But you know it's something she grows up with.
Yeah, I know, but...
And you need to make an account.
There's this one particular student in my class, Ukina. She asked me sometime last, I was wearing my EFF t-shirt. She said to me, Rimpo, I'm like, hi. Why do you guys want to kill us? Why do you want to chase us away? I'm like, what? Where did you get that from? Where did you get that from? Who said anything about chasing you guys away? In fact, killing you guys, that's deep. She was like, no, like my parents told me, don't. I'm like, Sissy, I cannot engage. Because I must say something that will incriminate me. I can't do it. I can't, thank you.
From what I know, now, these kids they're not born racist. They're not.
Yeah, we taught.
They're being taught, and you know, umdana grasp. So whatever that you say, and whatever that you say, and then you might not notice, but then she will say it eventually. Okay, it's just like being pitch.
Guys, Siafike Belleville. Come bring us shine. We're going to Belleville. We are graduating.
And I'm gonna wear my malema.
You're gonna wear my dress.
Just to make it like
you have a dress for it.
Fashionable.
Like you have a
I'm gonna design one.
With his face.
Guys, I'm gonna be a graduate. Come on, guys. We're doing this.
My dream is to touch lives, empower women, and make the country better.
I think I'm afraid of death. Depile to the fullest and empower abafazane.
My dream is to start an NGO for girls to empower them.
My dream is to change the face of education.
My dream is to empower women and being free from systematic oppression.
My dream is to make South Africa a better country for every generation that is coming.